Now, this is a bit of a story. Cookie, Alistair McCooke, is a guy that I worked with back in Geelong in the mid 1990s when I was new into ambulance. Cookie is just one of the greatest human beings ever put on the planet. We had so much fun together all the way back then. And then we renewed acquaintances when I joined Life Aid, and we actually then got to work together. And we don't have enough time for me to go into all of the stories of all of the things that we got up to and the fun that we had, and we got lost. Um, he is the worst navigator in history, but the biggest personality, the biggest heart, the biggest smile, so much fun, and just a great guy. And it was just a great thrill to be back working with him. And we certainly did a lot of laughing. On this particular occasion, that's Emily and Cookie and me, and we were deployed again at the Grampians out to set up like a medical post on the western side of this particular fire. And this was actually a disused airfield, and we were going to be posted there for the day. And so we have these, Life Aid has the most brilliant equipment and vehicles and infrastructure. And on most of the vehicles, there are these, excuse me, awnings that are connected to the roof, and we sort of fold them out and put the poles up and get the ropes out to secure everything. And it was quite windy this particular day, and Cookie is a person that gets very, very task focused. And on this particular occasion, because it was windy, he was not going to have anything that was going to blow away. So he went off and picked up as many boulders that he could possibly grab and marched them over, while Emily basically stood there the whole time with her hand on her hip and not doing a great deal. And then I was doing even less because I was holding the camera. Cookie found these rocks, tied down the ropes, but unfortunately, at the end of the day when we were packing up, he asked me to hold on to the awning as he was letting the ropes go and unhooking from the boulders. A gust of wind blew up and boom, off the awning went from one side of the vehicle to the other, completely snapped it off. And I have to be honest with you, not only did it on that occasion, but I managed to do it on two other occasions as well. So I don't know how Alan and Anne didn't give me the sack. But that was a good day. And then, of course, at night, it's always great to get back to your hotel or camp or wherever you're staying, have a shower, get changed, and then go and have a meal and a few laughs together. And we certainly had plenty of them. Here is another wonderful human being. This is Brittany. And Brittany and I actually went to university together. We did the Bachelor of Paramedicine together. And we teamed up as when as part of the degree you have to do all of these what we call OSCEs, and they're assessments where you go in as a team and you have to assess a patient and do all of the things that you normally would do. And Brittany and I teamed up in second year to do this together, and then remained a team for the rest of the degree. And she is just one of the most awesome people that I've met. Very, very patient with putting up with all of my antics. So we had a great time at uni, but then we also, when we needed more paramedics because the fires were getting bigger, she was the first person that when Alan asked me if I knew of any people who would be able to come and join us, I rang Brittany and she came on board. And so we worked together. We got deployed together out into the Little Desert fire. And I'll talk about in another video what happened out there, because we actually did some exciting things and challenging things out there together. But it was so great to work with my buddy from uni, and had a really great time together. And of course, it wasn't just Brittany who was there from uni. This absolute legend was with us as well. And the thing is about when you go to university, you get to form some really great friendships with so many people, and you just form these sort of lifelong connections with people. And not only was Brittany one of them, but Jordan, who's in the bottom picture there, was another. And we had great times together. She also joined Life Aid, and we got deployed as well. Not out. Oh no, we did go to the West together. That's right. But we also, that particular photo was taken down at in Gippsland, where we had a lot of fun down there. But again, another superstar, and it was great to be deployed with her. While we were out and about, that top picture there, that person is not really injured. We were doing a training session for that particular group of firefighters. Things had slowed down a little bit, so Dave Burns, who is one of the senior clinicians at Life Aid, was facilitating a session with all of the firefighters on what to do if something happens, and that's what was going on there. Right there in the centre, that is me at our base camp in the high country in Gippsland, whipping up one of my pastors for the crew that were there for lunch. As is the case with all of my meals, was absolutely magnificent, and I'm very pleased to say that we all sat there together, excuse me, dished up huge bowls of this pasta and had a lovely, lovely lunch. Rick Goebel is a medical unit leader and a fireline paramedic in the United States of America. We've become friends via Facebook, but while we were on one of our deployments, I sent Rick a message and said, look, we've got a bit of time over here. Would you be able to, if we hook you up on Zoom with us, just provide us with a little bit of an oversight and some stories about life as a fireline medic in the USA, which we did. And so that was Rick on Zoom, and we had people in our little sort of medical unit area, and it was great to hear such insights from Rick, who's got enormous experience. And actually, as I speak to you right now, which is the Sunday the 3rd of August 2025, Rick is actually deployed to wildland fires I think he's in California. But it's obviously summer here and there's lots of fires, and so he is very, very busy at the moment doing that. Here we are again. There's the great team who were all together, and that was one of the fires that was up in East Gippsland, and we were doing a changeover. So there were 3 of us coming in and 3 going out, and so we just took a little picture to say goodbye, and then some action shots when we were out and about. Some of them were training, and others we were actually responding. But so life as a fireline paramedic, it's different. It's not for everybody. They're very, very long days. It's dirty, it's dusty, it's hot. It can be very cold at night and really hot during the day. You're out in the bush, there's creepy crawlies and all sorts of things going on. So it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I absolutely loved it and look forward to doing that over here in the US one day. And then once the whole fire season was over and I eventually got back after my sort of 90 days of being deployed to fires and having a great time, Life Aid had put on a lovely big barbecue for all of the staff. Down at the bottom there, that's Anne again. That's Kirsty, who is Alan and Anne's daughter. And the food there in the middle that Josh so brilliantly and Phil organised for us. And then that young lady who's sitting in the back of one of the ambulances and with me up the top there, that is my daughter Grace. So Grace came with me to the barbecue because she wanted to meet people and just see what the operations of Life Aid were at the big factory. And so it was lovely to have her with me. So look, that's my short insight for you on life as a fireline medic. It was one of the greatest professional experiences I've had working for Life Aid and being out there working on the fires. And I would highly recommend it to people who are drawn to that sort of outdoors environment and being there to provide the support to people who, the first responders and firefighters who are putting their lives at risk by responding to such major emergencies. So a heartfelt thanks to Alan and Kirsty and Andy. Unfortunately, and tragically passed away. Andy is Alan and Anne's son and Kirsty's brother, and he passed away 3 years ago. He was a paramedic as well and in the company, but he's very, very much still a part of the company today in terms of his legacy and his whole charisma and touch on the organisation and the people in it is still very tangible and very there. So thank you to the close family for providing the opportunity for me to come and be part of the great organisation that it is. Hope you enjoyed this little presentation on life as a fireline medic. Again, if you'd liked it, then please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, and I look forward to seeing you again, back here at the Medic on the Move YouTube channel. Keep smiling, and bye for now.